Hey guys, today I'll be reviewing the Russian KZD-4 and KZD-6. So, I hope you enjoy the video, sit back, relax and enjoy. Hey guys, finally I'm able to do this video. I've been wanting to for a while, and it's something really rare because you don't see these pop up really at all. So, in case you're not sure, this is a KZD number 4, so it's a KZD-4 infant sort of respirator, I suppose you could call it. I'll obviously tell you how it works. Pretty simple. So put the infant from a newborn to the ages of just over 1.5 months inside. Again, I'll show you briefly how it works, but then they lay them with their head at the window there. This is obviously the filter that lets in and out the oxygen and so forth, and like I said, it's literally all that is. It's just like a big cape with a metal frame. We also had to assemble this. Quite confusing the amount of parts, but then it's quite simple once you look at the instruction manual which it came with, which I haven't actually seen, so I'll go over that in a minute, and I'll show you over it in a minute. So first of all, I might as well show you the instruction manual, which again I haven't seen one of these at all. Quite remarkable that I was able to get one. So if I can zoom in on that. So, as you see, KZD-4 there. Kind of hard to do this, the position I'm at. I'll have some pictures at the end of it so you can see it properly. As you can see, it tells you the different things. Parts, that's how it came, in parts, so I had to build it. It's quite easy. All that stuff. Again, I'll show you this with some pictures at the end, but very cheaply thin printed out booklet. One thing it came with, I'm still not sure. It might be to do with the feeding. It came with this, so still haven't figured out how you attach this or where it's supposed to go. It's really strange. I think it might be to do with feeding, because I think you may have had this for feeding somehow, or holding food or whatever. So not sure. If you do know, please let me know, but that came separate. Now the mask itself, well, if you can even call it that, the respirator I would call it, like I said, as you can see, obviously you see it's absolutely huge. I mean, it takes up nearly the whole sofa. So as you can see, the window where, see, the baby would lay with its head towards the window, the filter itself, and the sides on both sides. It's on a metal frame, which obviously you can use like this. It's like sort of like a cot, but it also has something pretty interesting. So on the top, it has this, which is a carry handle, so you can lift it up. It's surprisingly not too heavy. I mean, it's heavy, but it's not really that heavy. Surprisingly, so it's quite reasonable, manageable weight, so someone could carry. At the top, again, this is pretty interesting. This is the glove. So if I turn it inside out, it's the glove for the so you can tend to the baby while it's in the respirator, whatever you want to call this thing. Well, I'll show you it better inside, but anyway, that's the glove, and now it's fucking stuck inside out. Brilliant. Again, I'll go over that in a minute. Again, as you can see, it's the same on this side as it is on the other side. Carry handle, you can obviously adjust with the buckle. The visor at the front, the metal frame. Underneath, it's just nothing interesting. Underneath, it's just the bottom. Again, the thing. That's all it is really. And then I'll show you inside. This is going to be really fucking weird, to be honest. Somehow get the angle right. So, one thing I would like to say, this is how you seal it, and it is really well sealed. However, you see that? If that's my glove finger, it ripped the fucking glove. You can see it ripped the glove straight off, clean cut. So, if you're doing it with your hands, be very careful, because it could probably take your skin off if you're not. Because you have to, I'll show you how it works, you have to bend this again, the lighting's probably not that good here, but like the bend of this weird thing I'll show you. You have to bend it, and it's really mad out how well power. You can see how it is. So this is what you use to seal it. It looks like a slingshot. It's really weird, but that is quite tough. I mean, it's quite well made, so I'll give them that. Some date in there, October. I think it's October anyway. Or some weird serial date. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. Is in the date. Move this booklet to the side. So, fortunately, there isn't really anything inside. The only marking I found is, I think it's someone's name or the mother's name, as you can see there. You see that? Again, there isn't really much. Again, some more names written on the top. Inside, we've literally, it fucking really isn't any. That's the only marking I can find at the minute. If I find, I will probably take some pictures, but you can see that. Maybe 25, number 12. Again, it's very little marking. Surprisingly, there isn't any markings that I can see. I will probably try and look for some more after this filming. I'll turn the mask inside, well, the respirator inside out, so you can see inside, and it's going to be quite unique because I don't think there's any other thing like this where you can look inside. Sorry, the stand, because the stand itself, I'll show you, the legs can fold, which is quite clever. But anyway, so here you go. That's the inside. Let me just go get a torch really quickly. I've managed to get a torch. So hopefully you can see, yeah, you can see there. So I should lower this camera. Okay then. So as you can see, there is, it's quite, it's not as bad as you'd think actually. Looking, it's not too bad considering the space. It's going to be quite awkward to get you guys to see in here. I'm trying to lower this somehow without fucking up the whole camera. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's going to be quite awkward to show you, but so, it's fucking mental really how big it is really. This is the glove, as you can see there's the glove. So you put your hand in the top and then you can see there's the glove. That's quite terrifying. So I'm guessing this would give the kid a panic attack, so fair play there. I mean, that thing just coming out from the top of the, I mean, look at it, that just shooting out, pretty interesting design. But I guess it's a good idea to tend to the kid. So inside, again, it's fucking hard to show you this, but if I can zoom in, there's not really much else to see. Camera's trying to focus. That honestly is it. I mean, what I could do is I could try and show you what it's going to look like if I put that. I'm just trying to find a way to get some light in there. What I'll do is so what I'll do is quickly I will go and take this, and then I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put the camera so it's sort of like, hang on guys, sorry about this, fucking awkward. So I'm just going to push all of that in there, some sort of compressing everything. So I'm just holding the tripods. So here we go. So I'm going to lower it. So here you go. So on the sides you've got the filtering material on the insides. Filtering material on the insides. As you can see, absolutely smells of rubber in here. So good for whoever loves the rubber, because it absolutely it's very strong, like aroma of rubber. Obviously there the windows, you can see there. That is honestly about it inside. Again, there you go, I'll show you guys. Pretty interesting nevertheless, but yeah, I'll quickly show you guys how to seal this thing, which is going to be a complete pain in the arse, because, well, you'll see why just in a second. The tripod sorted, sorry. Alright, let me just, so again, what I'll do is I'll just put that back. So obviously you can imagine that the mother has, whoever, the parent has put their child in the mask, respirator, whatever, at this point, honestly. So what I'll do is, let me get a good, well, I'll have to do so. If you can imagine that, this is the back, obviously, so what you do is you close this all off, all this extra fucking, you know, material. Get it? And it's kind of strange, because what you do is you get it somewhat like that. You can see that. And then it says in the manual you get these two and you put it in between here like that, but you clamp it like this, sort of like that, and then this is the weird part, you have to turn it. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. You keep turning it like this, then you get this, and this is the dangerous part. You have to, well, dangerous because you get your fingers and you flip it into that notch at the top. Like that, fucking hell, like that, and that has sealed it, as you can see. So it's absolutely sealed. So that is how you would seal a KZD-4 or 6. So yeah, like I said, really unique respirator. Again, quite strange. Still not sure what that extra part is. That like canvas. Again, I'm not sure if you guys know what part this is. I can't really figure out what it's for. Maybe it's for feeding or just extra storage, maybe, I'm not sure. But that's it, as you can see, that's all it is to it. It's quite a unique mask, respirator. I'm very happy that I've got this. I've wanted one of these for absolutely ages, and I managed to get one complete, which is quite remarkable. And it came in a big, massive, like, plastic contained like bag, which I'll just show you quickly. Which is this. It came in this. I don't know if that's an original. There's no marking, so maybe it is. Who knows? Nevertheless, I'm finally happy. I finally managed to get this. Like I said, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll probably go into talk about more some of the history behind it and the differences between the KZD-4, which is this, and the 6, mainly the filter aspect of it, which is, briefly I'll quickly tell you, they upgraded the material so it lasts longer, and I'll also with the rest of the video I'll go over the other variants. But yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I'll have some video pictures at the end of the booklet. So yeah, as I said, yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and cheers, stay safe, and thanks again for the support. Bye. Okay guys, so first up I'll start off with the history of the mask. We'll go on to other features and so forth. So starting off this video, we'll talk about the history of the mask. So the history of the KZD-6 was first made in the Soviet Union in Russia around 1959, which is the only source I could find was in a original manual for the Russian citizens from dated 1959, which the booklet contains the protective equipment and the gas mask respirators like the GP4, GP5 kits, PDFDs, etc. The KZD-4 or the Type 6 are pretty much designed to protect small children up to 1.5 years of age from toxic substances, radioactive iodine, dust, bacterial agents, and other NBC CBRN threats. Each of them consists of a shell, which is the main body, which is a sort of a rubberized material similar to the OZK suits, a metal frame, a pallet which it lays on, a clamp at the bottom, the bottom of the device to securely fit the child in place to make sure it's airtight, and a shoulder strap to let the mother or wearer carry it around the shoulder like a handbag, pretty much. So the KZD-6 has minor differences from the KZD-4. Firstly, one of the main things is that the child that can be in the KZD-4 has been increased to 6 hours in the KZD-6 of a temperature around -10 to 26 degrees, and the mitten inside is lengthened, and also it also has a extra device that lets the baby eat, and that means you can also feed the baby whilst the device is while the baby's in the in the KZD. The other thing which is interesting is that there is a modern version of the KZD-6, which I'll get onto, which has like a polyethylene protective piece over the actual filter elements, which I'll talk about later. But it was designed to stop water absorbing into the filter and damaging it. Both the KZD-4 and KZD-6 you can strap over your shoulders, like I said, or most famously mounted on a stroller, or a chassis or a sled, so it can be easily mobile rather than just carrying it over the shoulder, because obviously the weight would become quite heavy after a while of carrying it. The chamber of the device works by putting the baby inside of the respirator and sealing at the end with 2 clamps and a rubber string, whilst you fold the excess material over itself. It's quite a unique way of sealing it, because a lot of them had, a lot of other respirators, they would seal it by having a lid that folds onto them, or the British infant respirator had sort of a anti-gas cape at the bottom where their legs were still exposed, whereas this closes, this protects the whole body of the infant. It's all like their whole body is contained in the actual vessel, so to speak. The protective actions of the chambers are based on the fact that the diffusion material of the diffusion absorbing elements have necessary porosity, meaning that the sizes of the holes in the side of the filters ensures the penetration of oxygen into the chamber, and also means that it allows carbon dioxide to exit as well, which is quite interesting. That means that obviously it's airtight, and that it prevents any chemical gases or weapons entering the KZD-4 or 6. What's interesting to note is that the KZD-4 and 6, obviously, because it conceals a whole infant inside of it, their body temperature will heat up dramatically, and if it's in a hot day, obviously it's recommended, it says in the manual, to keep an eye on them, obviously because they can overheat because they're trapped inside and the body heat can't escape, but just like an NBC suit would work. Obviously in the winter it's not as bad, but it is recommended in the manual that he be, quote, undressed for a normal walk out. So, you know, it's pretty interesting to note. Like I said, to use it, the KZD-4 6, you simply get the infant laying on its back, placed into the you know, the vessel, so whatever you want to call it. Obviously sealed with its feet facing towards the opening of the KZD-4 6. Then a toy is recommended, a toy, some baby food. Later, only in the later KZD-6s could you actually add baby food to the respirator, because it had a special shelf, etc. placed into the cell. Again, like I said, the inlet is sealed, and it says here that you should close the edge of the shield is folded in half, then the halves again are folded with a clamp, 2 clamps, and a rubber tie to securely fit it, which is quite interesting. Like I said, most of this information I found off of a few Russian websites. There isn't really much history about this or information, but this is all the history I could find. If you have any more information, I would appreciate it. I'll have a link down below of the website I found the information on. One very interesting fact is that I discovered that they actually still produce the KZD-4s and 6 today. Myra Safety sells a modernised KZD-6 with a green polymer frame, which is what I want about, and I'll include the picture now. As you can see here, it's quite interesting. It's, again, it changed colours from the original KZD-4 to the KZD-6 colours, but it has this green filter element and plastic cover, which apparently is to protect it from water and substance. I'm guessing it's also the filter elements in it are slightly improved, but it's quite interesting to note. And you can also get this in a orange colour, the KZD-6 in an orange, as well as grey. I've also seen, I think, one image, if I can find it, I'm pretty sure I've seen it where it's pink as well, like the whole material of the KZD-6 is pink. That was in a Czechoslovakian civil defence video. A lot of these were actually exported to Czechoslovakia, interestingly enough. Again, I believe, I'm not sure on the designation, it might have changed slightly, but it is in fact the same, device respirator. And like I said, the design has been somewhat modernised again, and today you can see some pictures where it is completely changed to just a modern version, so it doesn't have a metal frame, it has a thickened foam rubber. It's kind of strange, it's more like an actual box, it's quite strange, but it has an air pump. The mother or whoever has to operate constantly to feed the flow of air through, just similar to the British World War II infant respirators, which is quite interesting to note, whereas the KZD-4 and 6, it didn't need that because the baby breathing, inhaling and exhaling is enough to draw the air into the device, which is quite interesting. Like I said, that's all the information I know about this mask, so like I said, I hope you enjoy the video. Please stay tuned and subscribe and follow the channel, it means a lot. I'm just trying out this type of video, see how well people like it. Yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, cheers and goodbye.